VTQ Delivery of Results, downloading and uploading the data. When submitting the checkpoint data and carrying out the reconciliation process, it can sometimes be easier to download and amend the data in a CSV file before uploading back into Wallgarden rather than amending it directly in the system, especially if you have large amounts of data. For the checkpoint submission, you can access the data by going to Wallgarden and going to the Centre Services tab, EDI File Upload tab, and selecting Submit Delivery of Results checkpoint data. Then you need to select the correct centre you're responsible for if appropriate and the correct qualification before hitting search. Here you can see there is a large amount of data, so in this case we would recommend downloading the data to make your amends. Click the download button and then save this to a location on your computer, making sure it remains as a CSV file type. You can then open this up and enter directly into the file. It is important to remember not to amend anything to do with the structure of the file, for example, renaming any of the columns or adding columns. You can refer back to the page in Wallgarden to make sure you're entering the right information, for example, the valid grades or the certification intention information. Or you can refer to the Centre User Guide on the VTQ Information Hub to get the correct codes. It is essential that this data is entered correctly. Here you can identify the certification intention column, the predicted grade column, and the progression column. Here you can see the data has now been added and ready to upload back into the system. Go back to Wallgarden at the correct qualification and select Choose File. Here you can see the file has been entered and then click Upload. Straight away you can see the system has identified some errors with the data. The main one here being that an N has been put in the certification intention column and then progression data has been entered in the progression data field. In this situation, you would need to go back to the file and make the correct amends. Once the amends have been made and you've uploaded the file again, you can click Upload and straight away you can see that this data has been added. Once you're happy with all the data, please make sure that you scroll down right to the bottom of the screen and click Submit. This ensures that the data gets uploaded into our system and processed overnight, ready for the reconciliation process. For the rules of combination or ROC data, the same principle applies where you can download the data. This is especially useful if checks need to be made with curriculum staff to find out which of the units need to be entered, located in the Missing Units column. Please note that this is just for information purposes. No amends can be made to this data and uploaded back into the system because your data locks down. If you do need to make amends, please contact the Centre Operations team and they can assist you. Things to remember when uploading and downloading data for the VTQ Delivery of Results activity. Do not amend any of the student information in the CSV file. If you see anything such as a date of birth or name that is incorrect, please contact us to rectify this. Please also make sure you do not change anything about the structure of the file, such as renaming columns or adding or removing columns. This file must also remain as a CSV file type. When adding your data, it is also essential you stick to the valid codes for certification intention, grades, and progression data. These can be found in the user guide. Failing to stick to these codes or using entire words will mean the data upload fails. If you have any questions or need any support with this activity, information can be found on the VTQ Information Hub on our website. This includes up-to-date communications on this activity and various guidance documents to help you through the process. If you have any questions, you can also speak to one of our Centre Operations team by phone or by email.